Well, Orange County has grown so much where it was seen as a really tremendously Republican county, but with the added demographic of a higher density housing and a lot more people and a lot more transient crowd, it has become a little bit more liberal, more Democrat, not more Democrat than Republican, but certainly a higher percentage than there was in the past. But what we see is a lot of the homeless population, obviously in Orange County and all over, has been a big problem because we have our creek beds are full of homeless camps. You go anywhere near Anaheim Stadium, as you mentioned, they have homeless camps up and down the riverbed. And what we're having big problems with now is these sober living homes that they're bringing into our cities. And then they let the folks, they fly them in from all over the country. And then when they're done, they release them out onto the streets. They have nowhere to go. And they're adding hugely to that homeless population. So yeah, there's always going to be the illegal immigrant population, but a lot of times we found in our city, they're living multiple families to the household, but they're really not causing that much trouble as far as the cities per se. The homeless population is more visible at this point. Well, California is obviously unique, and I'm on the elected side. I've served both on city council but on regional boards where they are ramming through regulatory actions as it pertains to the environment, in the name of the environment, which is really crippling a lot of our businesses, which makes it tough because our businesses need an opportunity to compete and succeed on a global level, on a national level. And this has been a big problem in that we're dealing with regulations that other areas of the country and the world are not, as far as CO2 regulations and all. This conference, I was on the environment side of things, on the environmental issues, because I've stopped some of those regulations and I just see it at every turn. Both ramrodding the environmental side, but they do a lot of that in the name of the poor and the underprivileged and all that. But these environmental regulations hurt those folks the most because they're the most at risk. When a regulation hits, when a company has to raise their prices to compete, the poor really feel it more than anybody else.